Well, wrestling fans certainly got loud in Lowell, Massachusetts. Let's talk about why. I'm John Renton with my review of WWE NXT Battleground 2023. Let me know your thoughts on this show in the comments, please. I caught up with this on demand because I watched AEW's Double or Nothing. You can check out that review. And, well, let me just say this. This had 6 matches, and it was just under 2.5 hours. That's how you utilize a premium live event format, a pay-per-view format. I mean, look, this is how you make a show feel special and you don't go on too goddamn long. I mean, yes, 2 different companies, 2 different types of presentations. I'm not going to say everything was perfect on the show, but it moved briskly. That's brisk, baby. God, boy, that's a fucking callback. So yes, Lowell, Massachusetts, 3,500 or so fans. I like the atmosphere. The venue looked cool. And shout out to WrestleRant on Twitter. Graham, I hope you had a great goddamn time. Hopefully you and your entire inner circle, everybody that was there with you, hopefully you had a great goddamn time. Keep working hard, man. Keep working hard. You truly have earned every bit of success that you have worked for. That's about the best I can do. So anyway, clips of past Lowell shows. And we get Vic Joseph, who should have just called the goddamn show on his own. One thing I hate about this, Booker T's commentary. It makes it difficult to watch NXT shows. He makes no sense. He's a caricature of a caricature at this point. Get Vic Joseph somebody else to, call wrestling action with. That being said, Wesley, Tyler Bate, Joe Wayne Gacy with Ava Braun, 3-way North American Championship match. And this was well done. I'm sick of the multi-person matches. Man, women, animal, vegetable, mineral, I don't care. This was well done, and this is a step above some of the ones I've seen. But NXT has kind of gotten in this habit of doing these a lot. And also we saw multi-person matches in the World Heavyweight Championship tournament recently, so it's just bleeding everywhere. It's ridiculous. Joe Wayne Gacy got a chance to shine. Tyler Bate, insanely strong. Wesley has definitely proven to be one of the bright spots of NXT television for the last year or so. All 3 can work. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of the schism, dyad, whatever the hell it is, the Joe Wayne Gacy cult stuff as far as a character, but he can cut a promo. He can work. Just maybe utilize him a little bit better. Everybody was going off. Bate did a spot where he was doing the swing and he had Joe Wayne Gacy on his shoulders. I mean, and if he just did 1 rotation, it would have been amazing. He did a few. Great strength. Big strong boy, big strong boy. Later, even after a couple, near falls and a few multi-man spots, we got the, flip kick. 1, 2, 3, and Joe Wayne Gacy got pinned. There you go. Fine opener. I'm not going to say it was great, but it was a fine opener. And then we get the Heritage Cup package, and oh boy. Dragon Lee versus Noam Dar. Supernova 11. British rules match for, or British rounds rules match for the Heritage Cup. And I can say this much, I am never going to watch another Heritage Cup match again. I don't mind doing the round stuff and everything, but this was overly messy. You had Oro and the Blind Forest come out to be the corner man for Noam Dar. And then you had Nathan, Crazy Church Cultist Frazier in the corner. That's very wordy. I'll work on that. He was in the corner of Dragon Lee. I'm sorry, this didn't click. Like, both can work. I don't understand a goddamn thing Noam Dar says. Second round goes to Dar. He does attack after the 3rd round, and basically the rule is if it's a knockout, the match is automatically over. And if it's a disqualification, any disqualification, that's it. And if the champion causes disqualification, he loses the cup. So anyway, both the cornermen got involved. Oro and the Blind Forest pushing Frazier into the steps, and then they got involved, and then they got kicked out. Then we got a reverse DDT first for 3, and Dragon Lee tied up, and then the cornerman got involved again, and then we got a spot where Dragon Lee leapt over, and it's like he was going to try to get Noam in the corner on the outside, and then Noam just dropped him on the floor like he was trying to powerbomb him. That was a stupid spot. That was really stupid. Why are they making Dragon Lee seem stupid? And then Jamara Jackson, who is for real, distracted, and then Lash Legend kicked the bucket, or rather hit Dragon Lee with the bucket, and then Noam hit whatever his finish is, 1, 2, 3. That was shit. I mean, I don't mind them forming a group. It's not a group I'm going to care about because not everybody needs to be in a faction, but nevertheless, this was not good. Dragunov versus Dijak in a last man standing match was good. It was good. Perhaps even great, because this is an example of utilizing weapons like the steel steps or a chair or a kendo stick. But if you tell the story through impact, like with Dragunov, just hurling his body through everything and everyone, and not going out with rectumless abandon. I may have said that wrong, but he just was throwing his body everywhere. He threw his body through a table to get to Dijak. Great stuff. I can't necessarily say that I liked. I didn't. There were a couple spots that were uncomfortable here. This probably was the match of the night. This and one other that I'll talk about here in a little bit, maybe co-matches of the night. But there was a DDT on the steps. There was a coast-to-coast taking the steps into Dijak. There was heavy chops, and then a yeast your thighs. May have said that wrong again. And then there's kendo stick shots in the corner. You made me do this. You made me do this, you bastard. Anyway, so he just kept sticking him and sticking him and sticking him. Dragunov just would not quit. Dragunov gets up and fires back, and eventually, after doing more back and forth, hits that hammer fist that he hits, that forearm, driving Dijak right into the chair on the ground, and then manages to get up just before 10, so he wins. Okay, brutal match, well done. I didn't necessarily care for how they built it up, even though I understood where they were going with it, but they delivered here. This was pretty goddamn good. Co-match of the night. And then Gulak and Dempsey take over Chase U. I'm just going to say right now, Chase U is one of the worst things that happened to NXT television. And I wasn't going to allow this to ruin my opinion of the goddamn thing, so I don't care. Noam Dar has a group now. Great American Bash is the next premium live event in Cedar Park, Texas, wherever the hell that is. Somebody who is from Texas, hint, hint, tell me where Cedar Park, Texas is. So that's on July 30th. The Creeds with Ivy took on Gallus with one of the coffees. It was either Mark or Joe or I don't know. Folgers coffee, let's just go with Folgers. The best part of waking up is Folgers not in your butt. That's not how you ground coffee. So, NXT tag titles. The only thing that I really took away from this was Julius doing a series of belly to belly, kip up, belly to belly, kip up, belly to belly, kip up for about 30 seconds. Incredible. Great shit. Showing off his power. It was alright. I don't really care for Gallus. The Creeds ended up looking like idiots when they got distracted after Ava Braun attacked Ivy. And then Julius got pinned. Hey, Julius, you're going to do all these cool spots and get pinned. Okay. But nevertheless, Gallus retained. I expected Gallus to retain. And NXT Anonymous, is going to reveal themselves next week. Rise of Lyra, a.k.a. Lyra Valkyria. Rise of Lyra rolls off the tongue better. Her name rolls off the tongue better. I'm just going to stop saying this because it's getting weird. She took on Tiffany Stratton for the NXT Women's Championship. It's the finals of this 8-woman tournament. I don't know why the gold face paint don't exactly get that. It's probably, I don't know what this is. I'm sorry, I don't. Maybe she was a mime in a previous life. She has a great look, a really great look. Apparently is a Nightwish fan, and that's even better. There were some quick counters. Look, both these women can work, and I was actually a bit absolutely surprised by how well they worked and how great their chemistry was. It's not that I don't think that both can't do well. Rise of Lyra is good, has unique offense. Tiffany admits she needs to get better, but is improving quite a bit. And she wants to stay in NXT to improve. Lyra is selling her knee after Cora Jade attacked her with a kendo stick. Not the apron, that's the hardest part of the ring. Lyra kept selling her knee. We got some good back and forth. We did get a nice, bridge with the clutch. That was good stuff. The stretch muffer, I think that's how it's named. And then we got a dive to the outside, around the outside, do. And then it looked like Tiffany really landed badly on a crucifix. Thankfully, she was all right. She did miss the moonsault, the PME, the prettiest moonsault ever. It rolls off the tongue, PME, but Lyra went for the high kick, the spin kick. Tiffany, however, rolled just enough to get her foot on the rope. That was good. And then eventually, even though, she kept trying to go back, or kept trying to fire up, she got hit with the senton roll, and then the PME, 1, 2, 3, big pop. Tiffany was definitely more over with the crowd. Nothing against Rise of Lyra. And there you go, new champion. All right, good. It was good. I enjoyed that. That was a co-match of the night. That and Dragunov and Dijak. And then Steiner comes out with a Doge mask straight out of the Shingo Takagi playbook. Except he didn't quite have the neat little jacket hood thing that he had. So anyway, Trick does an intro with a bunch of championships from sports for Mello, and Mello gets a big pop in his hometown area. Maybe he's from Lowell, Massachusetts. Maybe he's from the environs. I don't know much about Massachusetts because I haven't been there in about 13 goddamn years. I had fun being in Boston. It was great. A lot of beautiful women there. A lot of great Italian restaurants, too. If you ever go to Boston, just don't drive. But anyway, Mello with Trick, and they took on Steiner. I mean, he took on Steiner. Trick was just there like, yeah, do this. It was... Obviously, Mello was going to win. There was no doubt. Like, this was one of the few matches where, like, there was no doubt who was going to win the match. Mello targeted the knee. Steiner kept overpowering him. There was a dive early that could have ended really goddamn badly. Thank God Mello was okay. Thank God Steiner caught him enough. Steiner targeted in ribs because he has hit several spears on Mello in the past few weeks. And the crowd loved Mello. Let's go Mello. And then Steiner mocked him, calling him idiots. The backwards leg drop off the ropes. I don't know how Mello manages to do this stuff. Steiner basically embracing his heel run. He hits the Frankensteiner, big pop, good work, and tries to go for the Steiner recliner, gets hit with an inadvertent low blow that the referee doesn't call. And Mello fires up. We get some near falls. The freaking mid-air spear spot. Mello goes to jump, and Steiner hits him, and it pop. Ow, that hurt badly. It actually did hurt my hand. But that hurt. And it looked great. I bet you while it stung, Steiner's safe. Mello knows how to take it. That was insane. That was a great spot. And then he managed to hit the DDT spike. Just how does he hit that reverse DDT? I mean, seriously, it's a reverse DDT. It just bounces backwards, hits the DDT, and then hits the leg drop. 1, 2, 3. Big pop. Mello retains the NXT Championship. It's about time to call Steiner up. Call him up for the Money in the Bank match. Call him up at some point. Maybe just have him work some NXT house shows. Maybe give him some reps in the Performance Center. And don't have him wrestle until he's called up after SummerSlam. I don't know. I just don't know what else you do with him. Because he lost the title to Mello. Now he lost to Mello in the rematch. What are you going to do now? I mean, are you going to have him face Dragunov and have Dragunov beat him and that sends him out of NXT? Not much more for Steiner to do. That being said, it was a good show. I don't want to necessarily say great. I mean, it was a lively crowd. Really, the only thing I didn't like was the Heritage Cup and Chase University being involved. Other than that, good for what it was. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I'll see you soon.